Hello, beautiful Love Goddess. Welcome back to a recording of a Love Goddess podcast with your host, Katya Melvin. Today, we are still exploring the Love Goddess method, and today we are focusing on what is shadow work and why you need it. And to remind you that you too can become a love goddess in your very own life. You don't need to settle for average. You can turn from gray duckling into a magnetic love goddess. Love goddess is a woman who is magnetic to men, to money, to lifestyle, to joy. She cultivates that energy of passion and joy and playfulness within herself. It's not all about the work. It's not all about responsibilities. It is also so important to have fun in life and to have fun in your light way and also in a dark sexual way. And combining the two, I think the best recipe, in my personal opinion, is when you combine the two, especially if you have that darkness within you. Like myself, I have a lot of darkness to me. I want to play with that. I enjoy with that. But you might create your play through fun and light, and that's totally okay. So, you don't need to settle. You can become a love goddess in your life, and I teach you exact path through Love Goddess method. Love Goddess method is your path of daily practice, a daily spiritual practice where I teach you exactly how to do the light work, the shadow work, then being boss by day, meaning taking inspired action on your work, not the grinding, hustling mode, right? Enjoying what it is that you are doing to life to create the money, because that is such a big chunk of our lives altogether, right? And if you are a business owner, that's the path that I recommend, because you truly can develop your freedom. However, the path is rocky and not everyone will be able to become an entrepreneur. And then the third portion to the Love Goddess method is the femme by night, right? If the day part was boss by day, femme by night is our third portion to the Love Goddess method, where we explore the fun element to ourselves. And for some, this fun comes from the dark element within themselves, and for some, it comes from the light element. And you are in charge of your own life. In fact, you create your own life. You manifest. That's the result of the program. You finally step into that new version of yourself that is so fresh, that is in charge of her life. She's no longer settling. She has strong boundaries. She's confident. She's powerful. She's a love goddess because through the program, she learned how to create her own life using her own power. All of that I'm teaching in the Lovegodesss Academy. Go to my page, katyamelvin.com/academy to learn more. Back to our podcast, my love. Back to our podcast. Today we are talking about shadow work, what it is, why you need it, why it's part of Love Goddess method. I shared with you in our general overview of the Love Goddess method recently why I started doing shadow work, why I started doing spirituality work. I've always been very spiritual. In fact, at age 14, I had Kundalini awakening, and I was living in the elevated state of consciousness for about a year and a half until I was not able to keep that high vibration happening, and I started falling back into our 3D world, and it feels completely different. I was on the verge of bliss over here, and when I was back, it was empty void is how it felt, and it was so sad, and it was I grieved a lot, but it was long time ago when this happened, and since then I was never able to go back to that. Since then I was always into spirituality and learning and exploring, and I have not, though, developed a practice, spiritual practice that is daily. And that did not happen until I lost my son. When I lost my son in 2012, I was thrown off track. I could not take life as it was anymore. I realized a lot has to change. We can't be frugal anymore. My money needs to come in. I need to be happy in life. I cannot be settling, because I was living life with the place of full unsatisfaction, the feeling that I'm losing out on something. I knew I deserved incredible things. I knew I was meant for bigger, better. I knew there was a purpose for me. I just could not find it. And I was going in circles, and I still could not find my purpose. I was big into personal development, so I continued reading my books. I was cleaning houses, vacation houses, and I would listen to my books while I was cleaning. I actually kind of enjoyed that, because it gave me an opportunity to listen to some of the books. Cleaning was a hard job, so I didn't want to continue doing that, right? My business was not making money at that time. And that's when I stumbled upon one book that changed the trajectory of everything in my life. And it has given me a perspective of doing daily energetic work in the morning, and approach it with the perspective that we are creating from the place of our energy. We are creating and designing our life with the energy first, through the energetic realm first. And at that time, I didn't know, I didn't believe, I didn't have any proof. Well, I kind of had proof, but it wasn't giving me consistent results. You know how you watch Secret and you're like, oh my God, I can manifest anything now. And you practice Secret and it's not working, right? And you're like, oh fuck, they lied again, right? And it's not working for me. Like why is it working for other people, but it's not working for me? So that's how it was. I sometimes received the results and sometimes they weren't fast enough, or I haven't received the results and I was still struggling with money. And it didn't make any sense to me. Like, yes, I know the secret to life. I know I need to be in this positive vibration. I know I need to repeat my affirmations. And it still wasn't working consistently. And so I kind of gave up on this idea. Well, not fully. I still had something in me that I took the freedom to think that something is missing, and I'm not truly understanding how to work the system, until I came across the book that's changed my life again. Every time some big change happened, it's been through a book. And I started doing my energy work daily. And I started doing my shadow work. What is shadow work? Shadow work is when you are exploring your trauma, you are going into your uncomfortable feelings, right? Why I'm teaching you to go into this from a place of dark feminine, because I was that dark feminine for so many situations in my life, and you embody your dark feminine at many stages in your life too. The first time I embodied my dark feminine was when I was cheated on my relationship that I thought was going great, right? And I got so upset and so mad, and I made a decision to not settle, to not stop looking for love, to give up on looking for love. That's the decision I made. But in spiritual realm that I know now, back then I didn't know, I have surrendered. I've been in a resistance mode for all this time while I was looking for my lover, and the guys either wanted sex from me or something just didn't work. And so I just gave up altogether. You better believe I met my future husband 3 days later. I was still so mad. So what is dark feminine is going into that anger. Why? It's so unfair. Why? But not using that anger to bring you down and give up on life, but using that anger as a fuel. Using that anger as a fuel towards your life, towards your dreams, towards what it is that you want, and working it with accordance to the light laws of the universe, because the universe is nothing but light, and the laws of the universe are light, right? And working with the accordance to the laws of the universe, which is surrender is one, and all of that I'm teaching you inside of the Lovegodesss Academy. You surrender your resistance to the universe, and then that's when manifestation happens, right? And so that's how I manifested what is now my husband, right? However, I still had tons of blockages with my money and my business, and I couldn't get that going. I couldn't earn money through my business. And that's when that other book came to my existence, and I realized I had so many limiting beliefs about money, that money is scarce, that money is evil, that money is only for rich people, that everyone else can have money and I can't. And I had uncovered so many of those limiting beliefs that I was literally practicing within myself energetically, and I literally made that my mission to rewrite them. And daily I did this shadow work of going into my uncomfortable feelings about my money and trusting the money and rewriting my feelings about money. I did this work. My subconscious beliefs about that were so deep. And while was able to pay the bills, like there was always just enough to pay rent, just enough to pay bills. Like there's always like that one client here and there. It took 2 full years to completely erase all of my limiting beliefs about money. And that's when my momentum picked up. Once I cleared all of that, my momentum picked up. You might be going through the same situation, but your challenge is your health or your relationship. And that is what shadow work is. Going within yourself and really seeing how you are creating, because we are basing everything is energy. You are energy. In fact, you are energetic creator, and you are designing your own life through your energy, right? How are you blocking what's manifesting on the outside? In my case, this was lack of money, right? And so that is what we are doing in the Lovegodesss Academy. And yes, we are also this is what we are doing as part of the shadow work. In fact, through my practice, now it's been 10 years and I've been practicing this daily. Through my shadow work, I developed very specific energy practices that are unique to me. I am sharing those with you. They helped me. Lovegodesss method worked for me. And, I am at such a different place right now. Such a different place. I have stepped into my power, where before I was victim of my story. Now I was a victor, right? And so I was able to do, through my shadow work, through my uncomfortable feelings, through deep self-exploration of my own energy that I'm emitting, because we don't know what we don't know. Sometimes we think that this is how the life works because we have not experienced another perspective, another level of energy, another vision, another angle. And that's why mentorship is so powerful. That's why I started hiring mentors when I realized, my business is not running well. How do I started hiring mentors, and it just led me to the next person and the next person and the next person, to that higher vision of a different angle of how I can see things differently. It's a shift in perception, and we don't know what we don't know. That's why we need another person who understands what's happening on the inside to point us in the right direction. Hey, this is actually the energy that you are truly stuck in, and this is the energy that you want to be in, and that's literally the missing link that's preventing you from creating your irresistible lifestyle, being the woman in power, being your inner love goddess, being the femme fatale, being that beautiful, gorgeous woman that everyone wants to be around, being magnetic to joy, magnetic to money, magnetic to man, magnetic to love. You just emit that playful magnetic energy. All of that is available to you. All of that is part of why you came here, to experience life to the fullest. That is why you need to go to Lovegodesss Academy and enroll into Lovegodesss Academy, because I am teaching you the exact method how you can become that magnetic woman. We're working through our dark feminine energy, through our sexuality. We are exploring that dark femininity. However, we are doing this also through the lens of light, in accordance to the light principles of the universe, in accordance to the law of attraction. So we are emitting joy and manifesting so much into our lives that it's becoming overflowing. And you thought that you need to settle, and you thought you have to choose between this shitty piece and this shitty piece. No, you can have it all and some. You can have it all. And that is why being in the Lovegodesss Academy is your place to be, because you're gonna know that you can have it all and so much more, because so much is available to you, and you're just failing to see it because you have not experienced the other side of how things could be for you. Go to katyamelvin.com/academy to enroll in Lovegodesss Academy, 12-month group coaching program where I teach you the Lovegodesss method. And we're also becoming this beautiful, gorgeous, irresistible woman, femme fatale, who is so magnetic to life and joy and lifestyle and all the wonderful things that life has in store for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to this podcast, and I will see you soon.